Hi everyone, it's Lydia. And today, this video is the first video of the idea I had to create law of attraction testimonies. Okay, I have a few really powerful ones. And then, of course, there's always like the little stuff that you manifest, but the big ones are the ones that those big nuggets that just solidify, that the universe does have your back. Okay, so this is my story. I just titled it "From TV to Grocery Store." Okay, so let me get a sip of my mushroom coffee. One second, it's so good. Mm, and it's still warm. Ah, okay, here's my story. I'm going to try to keep it down to TikTok level. All right, so Um, first of all, let me just say I have been following the teachings of Abraham since before 2006. So I think that movie came out in 2004, and Abraham was on the original Secret. And then I got introduced to that book, Ask and It Is Given. And actually, on my videos, I'm now doing a card pull where I pull these cards. This is just one I just pulled and did a video about. Okay, that's my introduction. Oh, and I started a law of attraction meetup group in 2006, and I still have it. And there's like 1,500 people in the two different groups that I have. Okay, with that said, here's my story. All right. So, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I was the vice president of business development for a farm. Okay. And we were like high tech, totally innovative, doing growing lettuce and microgreens and herbs in water, no dirt, not in the ground. We were growing them in they are. I don't work there anymore, but they are growing them in on tables in water. It's called hydroponics. Okay, and my job was to be connected to the community and to create business for the farm. Go find clients. And so one day I was watching, I think it was like Hulu in 2020 during COVID. It was one of the stations that were streaming, and they had a local Kroger ad, which is basically the largest grocery chain in my city. There's 115 stores. And as a salesperson for the past 30 plus years, I have always wanted to work smart and not hard. And so I like to try to manifest top down approaches to getting sales. And so I was watching this TV show, and an ad came on for it was a actually, I don't have ads on Hulu. Must have been like Peacock or something. I don't remember. It was like a free station that had ads. So an ad came on for Kroger, and the local president of local Kroger here, the division president, came on the screen and was talking about how they take precautions for COVID and how they are treating their employees, blah, blah, blah. And they put his name on the lower third, the banner. And I grabbed a pen and I was like, Joe Kelly, I want to meet that guy. I'm going to find out how to connect with that guy, how to meet him. So basically, wrote his name down. This was in September of 2020. Okay. And then after I wrote his name down and I was going to bed, I was like, I'm going to Google him and see how accessible is he? And so basically I Googled him, his LinkedIn profile came up, and my LinkedIn profile was not up to date. It wasn't really impressive or anything. It was kind of not up to date, basically. But it did say the employer that I was working with, or the contract situation, which was the farm. And so I was like, I'm just going to hit connect as friends or whatever, however you can make that connection. So I hit connect, and I don't remember if I actually wrote a message, how you can write like a one sentence. I probably did. I just probably said something like, I work for a local farm or something. I don't remember. Anyway, it didn't matter. So I sent the LinkedIn message, and that was like at 9:45 on a Friday night and in September 2020. And within 15 minutes, he connected with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have a direct connection with the president of the division of, 115 stores for the largest grocery in the area. And so I was like, oh, I was feeling like, okay, I'm getting momentum. This is how, like, so Abraham talks about momentum. You got to milk your momentum, get excited, raise your vibration, get excited about the progress that you're having. And even if you're not having progress, you got to get excited about the progress that's coming, because that's how you manifest. So basically, um, I didn't do anything. I wasn't ready. The farm wasn't ready for their business. I just wanted to figure out how I could get connected to him, so when the time came, I could email him and ask, who can I talk to? And again, top down, right? If the president says he wants to work with me, then no question, it's a done deal. I don't have to work so hard to get up each chain and deal with each decision maker and each gatekeeper. So that's just how I do business. So, long story shorter, I am it's Thanksgiving, and which is, like 2 months later, like October, November. So I'm waking up on a Saturday morning, and I'm trying to decide, am I going to go get a shampooer? And so I thought to myself, like a carpet shampooer for Christmas, because I had family coming over. I wanted to clean my rugs. So I basically was deciding in my head as I was laying in bed. It was like 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Like, do I want to go to this Kroger by my house or the one on the other side of my house, but it's, about the same distance? And so I was muddling between which one did I want to try to go find a shampooer for. So I was just like, oh, I'll just go to this one by the freeway. So I went to that one. Again, it was like 8 a.m. I mean, I basically like just put wrap my hair up in a bird's nest, basically. And I had sweatshirts on, and of course, no makeup on. And I was going to clean my carpets. Why would I be dressed up? So when I got to the grocery store, I talked to the checkout lady, and she was going to organize the paperwork. And then I said, well, let me go grab a few grocery items. And so I basically like went down the line, and I picked up like 2 items. And so as I was turning the corner of one of the end caps, there was like this entourage of like 5 men, and they were moving like a cell. And they had stopped. There was like one nucleus in the middle, and they had stopped at the butcher, and they were talking to the butcher. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that Joe Kelly? Oh my gosh. I mean, my heart just started like pounding out of my chest. I got so excited. The universe had fed me the man that I wanted to meet, and I didn't have to go find him or try to go to his office in a business setting or anything. And I'm like, okay, you look like Saturday morning rolled out of bed. Do you make your first impression like this? And so I was like, oh, ego cannot have this opportunity and take it away from me. So I just said, the universe has delivered me Joe Kelly on a platter. I am not going to disrespect the universe by not taking advantage of it. And so I put my stuff down and on like a corner. I didn't have a basket or anything. I just got my hands free. And I asked the stalker who was stocking coffee, I said, is that Joe Kelly? And he goes, that's the man. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was trying to calm myself down, and I was waiting for him to, be available and turn and start walking again. But so they had all these, like, I felt like they were guards. They were definitely guards. So this one man who was like the guard or bodyguard was spot eyeing me and seeing that I was waiting till Joe turned around and I could say hello to him. And so, right as that bodyguard said, "Ma'am, can I help you?" Luckily, Joe spun around and saw the interaction. I said, "I just want to," and I think I put my hands together. I said, "I just want to say hello to Mr. Kelly." And Mr. Kelly's like, he's like my age. And so he turns around and he said, "Well, hello." And I said, "Hi." And I explained, I said, "I work with a hydroponic farm. We're local. We're, um, you know, GAP certified, like we've got all of our ducks in a row. And, we would like to present to um, Kroger." Oh, I forgot the part of the story where I was digging in my purse looking for my business card. And I was like, I always have a business card. And so in this case, it was better not to have a business card. And I'll tell you, that's a little tip in business. Don't have a business card, because when you hand your business card over to them, if they don't give you theirs, then you don't have a way to get their contact information. So in this case, I didn't have a business card, but he reached into his pocket and he said, "Oh, that's great." He said, "Here, when you're ready, why don't you email me, and I'll send it around to the right people." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. I just so appreciate, you doing that for me." And he said, "Well, thank you for shopping at Kroger." And I just thought, oh my gosh, how classic. I love that story. And so the end of that story is that we weren't ready, because Kroger was huge. We weren't ready right then. But I mean, I was so thrilled. I texted my boss and I told him what happened. And I texted our investors and I told him what happened. And I got so excited. And further down the road I think, it was 2021. It was until May 2021 that I finally reached out to them. We were a little bit more ready and I just wanted to start the conversation. And so I got emailed the president and he didn't respond, but within like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, the head of produce for the region, which was 115 stores, emailed me and said, "I understand you ran into Mr. Kelly and we want to talk with you. I want to talk with you and understand more about your business and blah, blah, blah." So I, tried to be really efficient and gave him like these, 12 bullet points of, how I've done all my ducks in a row. And then I got an appointment and we had this produce consultant who got on the phone call with the Zoom, with us. And he was like, "Good job, Lydia, like getting the top of the top. Like, that's amazing." And so he acknowledged that, my method was very, you know, smart and it really eliminated a lot of challenge and struggle, which could have been. So once they liked us, it was a no-brainer. He basically just we met him at one of the Krogers, and he told us kind of what was what, and we had to get ready. And the account is still with the farm, and I am no longer with the farm. I'm doing other things, building my own businesses and putting time and energy into building what I want for my future. And so that is my very powerful, happy law of attraction story that manifested into actually real dollars. It's the farm's biggest account at this point. Definitely. In fact, they have more orders than they can actually grow for sustain. So they're finding solutions for that. But anyway, that's my law of attraction story called TV to Grocery Store. So if you have any law of attraction stories and you want to be a guest on my show and you can be a side by side guest with me on a video call like this and we record it, then email me. Go to avantiwellness.com and fill out the contact us form, and let's get connected and tell your story. I would love for people to realize that they are powerful creators and they could start really creating amazing things in their life. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.